According to the Microsoft document leak from the FTC trial back in 2023, it appears that Bethesda Game Studios, the developers behind the Fallout series, might be working on a remastered version of the 2008 post-apocalyptic open-world RPG classic Fallout 3. The leaked information, which stemmed from a 2020 financial forecast from Bethesda Game Studios around the time they were being acquired by Microsoft, indicated that the remastered version of Fallout 3 was initially scheduled for release in fiscal year 2024, which runs from April 2023 to March 2024. However, the projected release dates mentioned in this leaked document from the FTC trial were likely impacted by the events of 2020, which in fact did cause significant delays and disruptions in game development schedules across the entire gaming industry. With these speculated delays, it's quite possible at this point that the Fallout 3 remaster, along with the rumored Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion remaster, may have actually been pushed back further than initially anticipated. In this leaked roadmap of video games from Bethesda Game Studios, it had release dates for games like Starfield, and that game had a listed release date for fiscal year 2021. These plans in the leaked document were made by Bethesda, and they were either made in 2019 or 2020, and we obviously know that these projects were eventually delayed, with Starfield releasing 2 years after the original planned release date shown in this leak. Now, the Fallout 3 remaster was listed in this leaked document from the FTC trial in 2023, and in this leak, it shows a planned release date for the game for a fiscal year 2024 release, which would be around now. If we assumed at this point that all of the projects were indeed delayed by around 2 years, and if they are still even being made at this point, then it would look like the new planned release date for the Fallout 3 remaster could be late 2025 or early 2026. Where my personal skepticism comes in with this theory is that in the leaks, the Oblivion remake is listed with a release date of fiscal year 2022, and even if this was given a 2-year delay, then it should be coming out at some point this year if it's still being made, of course. At this point in time, we have heard nothing about either of these remakes so far, at least officially. It's all been in leaks, so either they are not happening at all, or we could possibly even see an announcement at the Xbox Showcase on June 9th. We really don't know at this point. There was also a leak that surfaced on 4chan saying that the Fallout 3 remaster was indeed going to be shown at the June showcase for Xbox, and that it would get a release date of October 2024. But of course, out of all of the leaks that we've seen so far, this one here should definitely be taken with a grain of salt. Obviously, that would be very optimistic for us to assume, but the leaks would suggest that the Oblivion remake could be released soon, and with Microsoft wanting to up the output of Fallout games, the Fallout 3 remaster might have been given more of a priority at this point. And of course, one of the very interesting aspects of this whole situation about the leaks is that Bethesda Game Studios has remained very tight-lipped about the existence of these remasters, neither confirming or denying the leaks. This silence by Bethesda could be interpreted in various different ways by us fans. It may be a strategic move to avoid setting huge expectations prematurely, much like they did with the Elder Scrolls 6 back in 2018, and we still haven't seen anything else from that game yet. Or it could simply indicate that the projects have been shelved or restructured at this point in light of the acquisition of Bethesda by Microsoft. But with them wanting to up the output of the Fallout games, I would think that would still be in the process of being developed. Of course, in the wake of the $7.5 billion deal which closed back in March of 2021, Bethesda underwent a corporate restructuring, with some teams and projects potentially being reassigned or reprioritized. However, the remasters of 2 of Bethesda Game Studios' most iconic and commercially successful titles seems like a safe bet from a business perspective at least, especially given the enduring popularity of the Fallout and the Elder Scrolls franchises. And obviously these older games at this point are struggling to hold up with the advancements made with the newer game releases, so a remake or a remaster of these beloved games would surely be welcomed by the fan base. With the recent success of the Fallout TV show on Amazon Prime, which saw over 65 million viewers tune in and has garnered critical acclaim, Bethesda seems eager to capitalize on the renewed interest in the Fallout franchise. Bethesda Game Studios has also announced the release of the next-gen update for Fallout 4, the latest mainline entry in the series, as well as new content for the mobile spin-off Fallout Shelter that sees quests related to the Fallout TV show. At this point, releasing a remastered version of Fallout 3, the game that kicked off the modern 3D era of the Fallout franchise and introduced players to the iconic Capital Wasteland, would be a logical step in keeping the momentum going for the series, and attracting both new and returning players to the Fallout series. Especially since at this point it currently looks like we won't be getting Fallout 5 until probably 2035 or somewhere around there, since they're currently developing the Elder Scrolls 6, and that game is not expected to release until at least sometime between 2026 and 2028. Bethesda Game Studios probably won't even start development on Fallout 5 until after The Elder Scrolls 6 is released, but since they're wanting to up the output of releases in the Fallout franchise, they might get another studio to develop a spin-off game in the Fallout series. If they decided to go this direction with a spin-off and let another studio make a spin-off Fallout game, it would probably be something like Obsidian did with Fallout New Vegas. This game was released back in 2010, and Fallout New Vegas offers a similar yet distinctive experience within the Fallout universe, taking players on a journey through the Mojave Wasteland. Widely regarded by the fans as one of the best modern Fallout games, New Vegas boasts an engrossing narrative, memorable characters, and a wealth of side quests and content for players to explore. Additionally, the game New Vegas has a thriving modding community that has continued to enhance and expand the experience over the years, adding new quests, gameplay mechanics, and visual improvements to the game. And when it comes to the Fallout 3 remaster, while the prospects of revisiting the iconic capital wasteland of Fallout 3 with improved visuals, performance, and potentially new content for us players to experience is undoubtedly exciting, it may be wise to exercise patience for the time being. Personally, I would love to be able to jump into a remastered version of Fallout 3 later this year, and while that is possible, I think it would be a year or two longer if this project is even still in development, of course, at Bethesda Game Studios. If the rumors surrounding the Fallout 3 and the Oblivion remasters do in fact prove to be true, these projects could breathe new life into the two beloved open-world RPGs from the previous console generation. Bethesda Game Studios has a track record of successful remasters such as the enhanced editions of Skyrim and Dishonored, which not only introduced these games to an entirely new audience, but also provided longtime fans of these series with an opportunity to revisit their favorite virtual worlds, with improved visuals, performance, and sometimes even new content for players to experience. In the case of the Fallout 3 remaster, expectations would likely include upgraded graphics, smoother performance, and potentially quality of life improvements to the user interface and gameplay mechanics, since this game is from back in 2009 and would definitely need some of it. Additionally, Bethesda Game Studios could potentially incorporate elements from the game's numerous official add-ons and expansions, as well as some of the more popular fan-made mods into the remastered version of Fallout 3. However, of course, it's important for us fans of the Fallout series to temper our expectations a little bit and avoid speculation on the Fallout and Elder Scrolls remakes too much until the official details are released. We can have fun with it, but let's not play it up too much. Bethesda Game Studios may opt for a more conservative approach to this remaster, focusing primarily on visuals and performance enhancements rather than significant gameplay overhauls or additions to the actual game. Regardless of what they actually end up doing, if these projects are truly still in development at Bethesda Game Studios, I am really hoping for some kind of announcement at the Xbox Showcase on June 9th, even if I'm thinking that might be a long shot. While of course the wait for official confirmation and release dates for the Fallout 3 and Oblivion remasters may be frustrating for us eager fans out there, the potential rewards make it worth exercising patience at the moment. As Bethesda Game Studios continues their current support and its lineup of titles, including the recently released Starfield, and works towards the eventual release of the highly anticipated Elder Scrolls 6 and Fallout 5, these remasters could serve as a welcomed entry to hold us over until then. They would not only allow newcomers to experience these groundbreaking games from the previous console generations, but also provide longtime fans of the Fallout series with an opportunity to relive the glory days of the last decade, while we wait for what's to come in the near future from one of the most influential and renowned developers in the RPG genre. We also got some teases recently about possible future projects in the Fallout series from the creative director at Bethesda Game Studios, Todd Howard, and he appeared in a recent interview with Kinda Funny Games, where he dropped tantalizing hints that have sent the Fallout community into a frenzy of speculation. His cryptic remarks in this interview suggest that the studio is actively working on expanding the Fallout franchise's runway of games, with multiple projects in development at the moment. In this interview with Kinda Funny Games, Todd Howard stated, "We look at what we're doing with the Fallout franchise, and then we say, do we still feel good about it? I can't reveal it now, but here is our runway for Fallout as a franchise." In the interview, he further elaborated by saying, "When is Season 2 happening? What are we doing on mobile? What are we doing in Fallout 76? And what are we doing with this thing? And what are we doing with this other thing? And when are these landing?" And again, if I could snap my fingers and make them all be out and ready, I would, but the main thing is, how do we deliver these at a high quality level? That is what's most important. Obviously, with his comments about the Fallout franchise, we don't know what these Fallout projects are, and when he's referring to this thing or this other thing, but you would have to imagine that it would be a Fallout 3 remaster, Fallout 5, a spin-off game from a different developer, or simply another expansion for Fallout 76. While of course Todd Howard refrained from revealing any specific details about their roadmap, his comments have ignited some speculation among the fans of the Fallout franchise about the nature of these unannounced projects. One possibility, of course, that has gained significant traction in the community is the long-rumored Fallout 3 Remaster, which was previously leaked in the documents accidentally published by Xbox during the Microsoft Activision FTC merger trial that we talked about earlier in this video. In addition to the potential Fallout 3 Remaster, Howard has previously confirmed that Fallout 5, the highly anticipated next mainline entry in the Fallout series, will arrive sometime after The Elder Scrolls 6 is released in 2026 or 2028. However, with the development of the next mainline Elder Scrolls installment seemingly still in its very early stages of development, Fallout 5 may not grace our screens until 2030 or even later, possibly being pushed to 2035, leaving a significant gap in the franchise's release schedule if they don't hand it off to another studio. I know I talked a bit about this earlier in the video, but in my opinion, they should be giving the Fallout franchise off to another studio at the moment for a spin-off title, much like they did with Fallout New Vegas. Honestly, I'd be fine if they gave it back to Obsidian and made Fallout New Vegas 2. But of course, Obsidian is very busy at the moment with their own IPs, so it's possible that they could find another studio, maybe like somebody like Larian, because we know they can make great games. But honestly, the studio needs to find somebody else to make a Fallout game so we don't have to wait so long for these entries. Or they could simply just make a Fallout studio that's only responsible for making Fallout games so that we could possibly get a game every 5 to 6 years. There honestly needs to be a studio dedicated to Fallout with as popular as it is. Amidst the anticipation for new projects, Bethesda Game Studios continues to support its existing Fallout titles at the moment, ensuring that fans have a constant stream of content to tide them over until the next release. Recently, the studio released a long-awaited Fallout 4 next-gen update, which aimed to enhance the visual experience for current generation console players. However, of course, with most Bethesda Game Studios releases, the update did face some criticism from the PC community for breaking various key mods, and this happens anytime they update or specifically release a major update for any of their games. And it also introduced other issues, prompting Bethesda to address these concerns with more updates. Furthermore, Bethesda Game Studios has confirmed plans for a significant map expansion for Fallout 76, the online multiplayer spin-off. The upcoming Skyline Valley expansion, slated for release this summer, promises to introduce a new explorable area to the Fallout 76 map, further expanding the game's post-nuclear world. With the demand for Fallout content at an all-time high at the moment after the Fallout TV show's success, Bethesda Game Studios does seem determined to keep up with the surge in popularity of the Fallout franchise and capitalize on the momentum. At least that's what they're saying. Of course, we'll have to wait and see what they have in store for us. Todd Howard's comments in this interview with Kinda Funny Games about the Fallout franchise hint at an ambitious roadmap for the Fallout franchise, encompassing multiple projects across various platforms and mediums, from potential remasters and mainline sequels to their games to expansions and mobile spin-offs. Industry analysts and experts have weighed in on the potential impact of Bethesda Game Studios' upcoming Fallout projects, with many predicting record-breaking sales figures and a significant boost to the company's bottom line. Of course, if they don't keep us waiting for long. The combination of the Fallout TV show's success and the enduring appeal of the Fallout franchise has created a perfect storm of interest for fans, positioning Bethesda to reap the rewards of this renaissance. As the Fallout juggernaut continues to gather steam, fans can only speculate on the ambitious plans Bethesda Game Studios has in store for this beloved post-apocalyptic world. With each tease and hint from Todd Howard, the anticipation continues to grow for the series, setting the stage for what could be the most significant chapter in the franchise's history. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel to stay up to date with all the latest Fallout news. And if you're looking for something else to watch, click one of the videos you're seeing on screen right now. I will see you there.